Hi there! Welcome to another episode of Get Gardening. It is now officially winter, and I have decided to start filming a winter series because if you live in the north, we have to admit that winter is at least 4 months of the year, so our gardens should be just as beautiful in winter as they are in spring or summer. So throughout this series, I will be showing you different types of plants to include in your garden to add some winter interest, like evergreens or different kinds of shrubs that have interesting stems. So to start off this series, I will be showing you some plants that you leave the dried flowers on for some winter interest. Let's go ahead and take a look at some flowers. So here at my parents' house, you can see there are certain plants that really look interesting even in the winter time. This is a Coneflower Echinacea, and by leaving it, you can see the spent flower blossoms. They move in the wind, kind of remind you of what it looked like in summer. They're spiky, and then even when it snows, they get covered in snow and they just look like a nice little sculptural piece in the winter time. So I wouldn't be too eager to cut these down. In spring, I would cut them down, but for winter, it's just something interesting to look at. One of the best plants that I would not cut down in the fall to leave some interesting shapes for the winter time is a hydrangea. And this is a hydrangea tree, and as you can see, the spent flower blossoms, they move really nicely in the wind. When the snow falls, they get covered in snow. They look like little white flower blossoms. Very interesting architectural pieces. So right here are two other really good examples of plants that I would leave throughout the winter time. And the first one is a sedum. You can see it's got the remains of its flower blossoms on it. And in the background here is a cardinal flower. And throughout all of winter, these will remain just as you see them right now. And they're really just interesting to have something really tall and something with the shape of a flower. When the snow falls on the sedums, it covers the top of the flowers and it looks like little white blooming sedums. And I would definitely leave all of these as well. So back at my house now, I have this plant here. This is an agastache that also has really interesting catkin-like former flowers, dried flowers that will persist throughout the winter. I've also heard that phlomis is a really good plant, a perennial to grow for winter foliage. And I have grown some annuals in the past, such as zinnias that grow really well and have nice winter foliage, but I've noticed even my Verbena bonariensis has persisted throughout the winter and looks rather nice. And here's some yarrow that kind of echoes like a sedum dried head. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you're going to be enjoying my series on winter interest. And until next time, I hope you like and subscribe and are able to get gardening.